I was my second team.
I believe he was third team, technically.
He was third team. He was yes, he was an all-pro support in the LPL from us here on the LPL English last split, mainly because of what he can do as a primary engage tool, and it's good to see FPX leaning into that once more.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to have a lot of responsibility on him here. It's the Senna that's locked in for Gala. That's terrifying. We talked about a scary team fight composition already generating here. That just got worse, and the scaling looks, pretty darn good coming in from the side of Invictus. I'm going to be honest, Slayer, I'm pretty worried about this FPX draft in terms of how things end up breaking down at the end. I'm really not a big fan of the end of this, the Corki and the Rel coming in. The setup here with Talia and Wukong kind of signals to me that you want to try to be proactive into the Vi and the Orianna. Corki can't really express that. Rel is notoriously countered by Alistar. It's not a good matchup for the Rel to be able to actually push forward in the mid game. If you're going to look for ways for FPX to stay in this, it's almost entirely going to have to be through Jiachi and Jue just overperforming maybe what the expectations are for them. And IG have so much engage and so much range coming out with the Senna as well.
Yeah, I think the Senna is perfect here. It's the safety you have, and here we go. Group Nirvana fans, unfortunately you missed what we were about to hear, but I was going to do the Gyos for Group Nirvana. We should have, but we don't have to now that we're in Group Ascent, K-Man. They will fly in right on cue. Oh, no.
Oh.
Where were those guys?
It does make sense that they were able to generate priority after Jiachi was, of course, forced out of that bot lane exchange. We will see how the rest of FPX want to take care of this. IYY is in the area, so is Jue. They can contest this.
Are we in Nirvana still? Why are we 50-50ing these grub takes as Mako gets knocked up by the Cyclone? IYY steals it away, gets the second bound. The Cyclone down is going to hand feed Carrot kill. No, he takes it for himself.
Go away to the grubs now.
As Jue locked at the hip with IYY, and something we didn't get to touch on too much in the pre-show was that is where FPX have looked most potent in some of their fight wins. IYY, though, does not have the Cyclone. Ultimate advantage is going to be on the side of IG with Rookie having that big-time shockwave, but Way without cease and desist is not going to look to push too far forward. They'll just take one of the three grubs away. Still a win for FPX, though, dominating the neutral.
On Shockwave's going to be up soon. See where the pressure lies. Sheer potentially getting collapsed on here.
Setting a bit of a trap here for Sheer. Flashing away. Cease and desist still going to go under the turret as Mako is going to take it up with the Unbreakable Will. Great layering of turret aggro. Smart execution there.
Definitely familiar with the kit.
IG, though, back in that gold lead, I've been really impressed by how they've not only, set up those dives, but they just have huge tempo on these side lanes, mainly Rookie. Look, he's got 2 plates solo, constantly shoving wave after wave under whatever solo lane kind of tries to match him. IYY trying to stem the Bleeding Summit with the cross map. He is a double wrap. Okay. 2 plays happening on 2 different sides. Rookie's going to get hit up by IYY. The Cyclone knockup does come across. Rookie with the phase rush runs away, flashes, but IYY is going to follow. Unfortunately, the Shockwave does have just enough damage for Rookie to go 1-for-1 on his side of the play, but here comes their revolving bot lane dives. They once again go after Sheer. Unbreakable Will trying to make sure Mako takes up all the turbo. Jue holds them all in place with the Magnet Storm. Cease comes across, but Sheer is still alive. Way has to flash out. He takes 2 turret shots. The Shy's going to take a big one as well, and here comes Jiachi on the flank. More than enough damage to get rid of Way. The Shy gonna have to go. Infinite's gonna flash back to get the kill. Fancy footwork from the Shy, but I think he's gonna have to pay the price as Jiachi picks up the double kill.
Oh, it's chaos all over the map. Interesting to see how that Corki gold is used with 2 kills coming in, but now a teleport for Rift Herald.
Okay. It's gonna be Rookie here. Shockwave online. Cease and desist not. So IG have yet to capitalize on this mid-jungle combo that they're looking to threaten Jiachi with. Jue has to hop back over the wall. He's trying to set up a flank. The Herald gets dragged out of the pit, likely to reset. TP coming through. Sheer has arrived. Look at the Shy off towards the top side, trying to get the waves in order as FPX take their crack at the Rift Herald. In the pit, trying to burn through it. IG, they have to make a decision. Do they go for the fight yet? Cease and desist is mere seconds away. 5 seconds until Way can go for the ball delivery system. They knock down the mid wave. Sure, they're probably going to have to drop the Rift Herald. The Shockwave going to hold IYY in place. He still flashes, smites away, and gets the Herald. But now he's far too low and has no protections in the pit. The Shy in a 1v1 against Sheer. Mako holding Kara in place, but Jiachi gets rid of Way first, and Mako flies in a bit too late. There's nobody else to follow up on the damage. The Senna is not doing enough for Gala. Finally gets 1 kill back, but he's face to face with IYY. Gets him himself a triple kill. Chachi's going for it all. Can he find the pentakill? The Shy trying to kite back. The quadra kill for Chachi. Can he find the kill onto Rookie? He's pushing out all the damage, but he's gonna fall flat as Rookie shuts down the big bad Corky.
Sure, everyone else is gone. Gala's in a bad position because he has to cover for the rest of his team, and from this point onwards, Chachi is taking over. He pulls out the quadra. And if you were a little bit worried about the Shy trading a kill on the bot side to get Corky a little bit further ahead, here is, unfortunately, that worry coming to life as we do see IG trading a Dragon, but see if that Rift Trail can be drifted up to the top side.
When do we kick this game into, like, the 7th gear? Mid-turret goes down, Drake responds. Oh boy,
yeah, I mean, it's all on Chachi, and now
Here
Care
we go.
making a play yet again.
Yep. It's that map pressure that they wanted to utilize. Shockwave going to hold two of them in place, but Rookie should go down. Dawning Shadow's just a bit too late coming out from Gala. Wave Vault Breakers forward, gets the season assist down, but they need the Senna damage, or they're not going to be able to capitalize on these kills. IYY, knock up, flash out, he gets out. Joy will be the one to sacrifice himself, but you'll take that. FPX trade their support for a mid lane. IYY below 50% HP. He's going to try and channel a recall. IG are not having any of that, IYY. You've got to stick around and find newer ways to heal. The red buff, the really only thing to save you, is they have no vision on the health bar of this Otacon. Scrying Orb's going to spot out about 9k. They TP Sheer in here. Get ready, folks. Here comes our first 5v5, and it's going to be another likely coin flip as IOI tries to get pesky in with the Wukong, but the fight's going to break out first. Weaver's Wall sections off the Shy and Rookie, and Dwayne goes in with the 3-man crash down to set up Sheer for a huge combo. The seismic shove. Rookie is down first. Where is the rest of the damage for IG? And it's all crumbled in front of them as Way falls to IYY. Otacon will take him down, and now things start to get real dicey. It's Gala and the Shy. All of the big damage left for IG, and a smiteless FPX trying to burn down the Otacon. This is getting awkward. Snare gonna land. It's gonna pick off Sheer. What a great find! Down goes Care, and now the Shy and Gala feel comfortable stepping up with their range advantage. That one pick just sealed Octagon's fate to survive another couple of minutes.
Oh, Slayer, we keep getting back and forth and back and forth.
Still just way further behind that mark. Not even at 2 items in this point as the scaling threat for FPX. 4th Drake of the game being started off. Drake's going to spot it up, going over the wall with the Hex Flash. The Weaver's Wall again, going to cut IG in half, but maybe the Shy likes his side of the fight this time as Care gets chunked into his Seraph shield from one combo out of the Shy. FPX Soul Point may just be a fleeting hope, but IYY, it's got the pesky Wukong, not going to go for it, but Chachi gets it! The Phosphor! We thought Wei had somewhat cured, are starting to rear their ugly heads again, but Wei's trying to remedy it, drops the season assist into the headbutt pulverized combo. Wei, the main engage tool, off the board for FPX, the first time that's happened this game.
It's a really nice pick for IG. It opens up the map quite a lot for them to be able to set up wherever they want. Right now, it looks like mid lane is going to be the target. The tier 2 could be on high alert. We will see how much attention they want to put into it. It looks like they just want to get pressure.
The Shy trying to bait in IYY. He does take, he goes for the Cyclone. Weaver's Wall on the backside of the fight, but Rookie and Mako could just exit stage left. And 2 ults are off the board. FPX now have to be on the back foot. The Shy is hunting, traps Care between worlds into the Shockwave. There's the combo we wanted. It might not have been the Vi. It's just the Shy that sets up the ball for the huge Shockwave. And now he's trying to route the escape for FPX. Chachi flashing away from Mako, who is daring them to get too close. Headbutt pulverized down onto Sheer. Can the Shy get close enough for the damage? No, but it's Rookie looking for the burst. Sheer not the target anymore as the fight splits off. IG going after multiple members, but now Rookie will finally finish off the Sheer as the Shy tinkers with a dive, but Dway wants his revenge and just catches out the Aurora. He's trying to set up a flank on this very deflated Gwen and has to back off to the Shy once more. It's a chess match going down in this Drake pit as both teams try to move their bishops and knights into position. The Dragon sniffing a bit of damage under 10k, but likely to reset. Neither team wants to be the first one to step forward for a fight.
Oh, it's so tense, Slayer. The Dragon just kind of in the middle between these two teams, the proxy line, and we could be seeing the line get broken here.
Snare gonna land on IYY, not enough for IG to go in. They're waiting on the Shy off to the side as the Sheer starts the fight off with the needlework. He has between worlds drop, but he's not gonna use it again over the wall. Dway that goes in for the engage, locks up Way, but Gala and Rookie are largely untouched on the backside of this fight, so Dway sacrifices himself. The Mountain Drake is not low enough for anybody to steal it away. Down goes both supports. Now it's the 4v4. IYY is trying to burn through the Drake. Can he spine away? Yes, the Mountain Soul goes over to FPX. Can they win the fight on the back end with way too low to try and find an engage? With his season assist up, he's not confident to fly in because he knows he'll just get popped. He needs to continue to be that main engaged threat. You've seen it all game long. FPX winning fights, start
There
off
it
with
is.
Wei. Maybe this one is with IYY as he flash forward for the Cyclone. They're going after Wei again. This time he gets out, goes back in with the cease and desist. Where's the Shockwave going to come through? There
Shockwave!
it is for Rookie. Hits onto 3 members. Mako flashes his way back out in the Shy. Drops down the Between Worlds. He's dipping, dashing, and dodging all around FPX. And guess who gets to step up through the fray? It's Gala, untouched through this fight with a limited range, trying to bap down all of the FPX members. Sure, the Shy does die to the Sheer, but it's to set up a huge wrap as they try and pincer move onto FPX. Still have access to the Weaver's Wall and Sheer off to the very top of your screen, setting up the mother of all flanks. As Gala takes a bit of poke there from Jachi, has to be even more careful. The Baron going to reset. Gala going to heal up, lands the snare onto Jouet. Nobody going to jump forward, but look at the damage Gala puts out with 2 autos. Jouet's down about below half HP. Weaver's Wall going to go down, separating IG, the Shy and Wei on one side. But FPX, they don't want to take the fight there. They're too wary of the damage Gala's putting out and the Shockwave threat. And they've been bullied, out-muscled away from the Baron pit.
Gala has definitely come online, and it might be even more of a problem than they think, because I believe they've started Baron here. They have. It is started up for IG.
Sheer doesn't have TP. Care does. Or no, that's Jouet coming in, but Sheer has to run his way all the way up here. IG don't know how the Sheer reset, though. The Death Bush is back up, but they are on a ward, so FPX know this. It's just a standoff until Sheer finally breaks forward with the needlework, but he gets exhausted, thrown back into the team. There's a Between where the Shy does get out. Wei commits a cease and desist onto Jouet. In goes IOI towards the backside, but Gala is still protected. Wei gets engaged on with the crash down. All the damage pumped out from Jachi. Gets down Jouet. IG in a man disadvantage, but they have the health bars on their side. The Shy trying to get enough damage onto Jouet, but he gets back out. The Mountain Soul providing so much value for FPX as IOI flings himself into the meat grinder that is IG. He's down next. Pull junglers off the table. IYY not able to participate in this fight. Jouet goes to the flash combo, the crash down. It picks off the Shy. Down he falls. And it's into a 2-on-2 once again, when we finally have a fight decided these narrow margins. Maybe it's the TP from Sheer. Weaver's Wall's up. He's going to go for it off to the side. Can he cut off the escape route for Rookie and Gala? They're desperately kiting back towards the enemy jungle. The side of the shove pushes Gala away, but not close enough to Jachi. He doesn't have the range to ever touch Gala. And that's what's slowing this fight back down.
Prize now, and Invictus Gaming are here.
Gala, 120 stacks, 4 items deep on the Senna. FPX, you need to change your game plan up to prioritize Gala. We'll see if Jouet can make it work. The Shy TP's in. Elder's
so
below
low.
5K. Mako's trying to make sure IOI can't get close enough for Hero Steal, but he gets it! It's smited away by FPX, and now they've got the big bad Elder to roll through the fight. 3 kills in an instant, Baron in their sights, and Rookie getting chased down by Sheer. He was pummeled down all game long, but now he stands tall and proud. Forces Rookie to TP back out. FPX are gonna have Baron and Elder at 40 minutes.
No way, no way, Slayer. That is the second steal of the game for FPX. This time it's IYY Ascend to pick up a win, and FPX are the ones to make the big play happen.
In a day where FPX's headlines are dominated by a new jungler coming in, it's their Rookie that need to pick up the pieces of a fallen FPX roster that has put them in position to knock down IG in a series no one had them favored in. And they start their assault onto the IG base. Elder and Baron, but there's still a decent amount of wave
fights, and none has been able to utilize it as far as I am aware, so we'll still have that available for this final one. Could potentially matter, but FPX is making a game-ending push, and they have every tool to do so.
And the burst of IG's comp has been so nullified by this Mountain Soul. The Shy and Rookie just can't hit hard enough, and it's forced IG to really adapt their own game plan, adverse to their composition, trying to play these fights as slow as they can for Gala, but it's just not working. Luckily for now, they've been able to hold their base intact. The Elder has fallen off FPX by this point. Now they only have the purple banner, but even that is slowly ticking down, 75% over. And IG's base still stands, bruised, battered, but up. Cares gonna throw down the Weaver's Wall, gets a side shove flick on to Gala, in goes IYY with the knock of the Cyclone, it's enough! Down goes Gala, and now IG don't have a chance in the world of protecting their base. Wave falls as well, here comes the final push, FUNPLUS Phoenix looking to take the series lead.
An unbelievable engage from FPX. They see the angle,
they got the
and
shy.
they capitalize on it. Jway, they got the shy.
Into the seismic flick, out of the Seeker's arm guard. The combos are so clean from Care right now. And IG, it's desperation, it's sadness as they watch Game 1 slip out of their grasp.
Oh, Slayer, I'm going to have a heart attack just from one game. Also something that's been super effective, and you want to talk about a 2v2 answer. The Ezreal Karma gets locked in as the poke duo coming down in the bot lane. We've seen this lane have so much success globally. It really popped off at MSI, and we're seeing it translate here to the LPL. I quite like this as a round out for IG.
It totally locks up Jouet. It makes it such a tough spot for him to be in because picking Braum here makes the lane like a death sentence. It's impossible to function as Braum into Karma Ezreal. So you take that off the table. He started hovering some fun things. I'm glad he doesn't land on like a Nami and try and just play boring Enchanter because that's not who Jouet is. So he finds a way to make it work and he lands on the Jack of all trades in Thresh.
Yeah, I think this is well rounded out by FPX. I agree, you can't really go Braum in this situation. It's completely taken off the board, and IG definitely kind of spotted that. But, you know, there are definitely two kind of diverging comps, we'll just say, in terms of where exactly they're putting their pressure. I think there's a lot of pick potential coming in from the side of FPX, specifically off of the Xin Zhao and the Sylas. A lot of ways to be able to find engage throughout the mid game, and I think that's really where they're going to be putting a lot of their pressure. The earlier they get on the map, the better. For IG, you know, I already called it kind of at the beginning of this draft. This is a team fight comp, but I think even more so, the range on this comp is really, really wide, and the wave clear on this comp is really good as well. So you could be looking at, you know, a comp that maybe wants to play it a little bit even.
Sing in the
Gios.
Yeah, the group of Senjayas. Loud and proud, the IG fans singing through as they always do. But you could hear nerves behind some of those.
I'd be nervous. IYY showed up in game 1 with the Elder Steel and player of the game. IYY.
And Grubs are 2 minutes away from hitting the Rift as well. Descent's going to land through the Arcane Shift. Great pick from Jouet again. Gall has to burn the heal. The Lantern to get Jauchi closer. The PTA, it's again the Jouet masterclass. No matter what the champion, this guy sets up his team for kills.
Oh, it's huge for the side of FPX, but the fight's not over.
Talked about has a lot more breathability. Still, though, focus is in the present, where Hui is taking down this Chemtech Drake by himself. The lead the rookie has accrued about 500 gold, means that he's constantly having lane prio, and Hui going to capitalize on it in this aspect to get the first neutral off the board.
Pretty difficult to ever contest this if you're FPX. Just in any situation, if you want to set up for Grubs, you kind of have to be here now. And so IYY definitely making the call to just be on the top side to try and stay with the strong side of the map for him with the Lucian. As a reminder, they were down about 500, 700 gold before that kill, so all it's really done is equalize the gold in favor of FPX and, you know, let that bot lane be more of the power side of the map. And obviously, if they can continue to play for that, that's huge. Right now, they are going to be picking up the Grubs. Wait, looks like he's making his way here, but it's going to be very slow.
They don't know where.
Look like FPX want a full commit.
Yeah, they have no idea where Wei is, so they don't want to overcommit and get booted out of the pit or force a bad engage with Care not being able to come off this mid wave really to try. He needs to constantly try and answer this CS. Good on FPX to at least get one, but the pressure rookie is generating in this mid lane is really starting to slow them down and hamper them. Even though Care does get a full combo into rookie, the River's the main attention. He's going for a flash hook play, and Mako has to immediately answer it. Wei gets away with one grub, but the flash forward comes across from IYY. They want Mako. Keeper's Verdict does boot out IYY with a culling from Jouet with enough of the piercing light. Going to get the kill. Hijack Keeper's Verdict. Doesn't hit anybody out. Wei flashes in, gets the crash to the wall. Jouet is down. Jauchi's out of mana. IYY's trying to rejoin the fight. Golic hiding back, but Care's far too low to look for the regain. It's going to duck forward. Does get the amount of damage down. Jauchi flashes after dashes and knocks down Gala. And now, once again, we're in an awkward 2v2 with IYY desperately looking for a knockup, gets it onto rookie. The barrier from Jauchi is clutch. Jauchi popping off for FUNPLUS Phoenix.
For FPX.
IG working their way forward. They're going to spot the Drake take with that scrying plant. The Shy over into the pit.
Oh, another
Way
flip.
needs to get revenge for all the steals from last game, but he won't this time. IYY secures another. The Crescent Guard making sure no damage come through for the Ezreal, and a great lantern out. IYY is safe, but Care, the same can't be said for him. Trapped in the pit with a 1v2, but they re-engage on the way on the backside. FPX picks up the
Care's
first
still
kill.
alive.
Care lives for a very long time, forces Rookie to step up and get that first kill, but now Gala's trapped in the pit with no arcade shift out, and Jway will send him there with a gray screen. This Poppy rear its ugly head once more, but FPX will turn their attention towards the Rift Herald, and grabbing this would secure feats of strength behind FUNPLUS Phoenix.
Yeah, obviously it's well played by Wei at that point, but still not a particularly positive play. Care once again going to be the target here, but it's just Mako and Rookie chasing him down. He should be able to get out of this.
Does get rooted, doesn't have flash. The Graviton Well is going to stun, but Rookie with this Blackfire towards first build doesn't have enough juice to kill off Care.
Yeah, and if that's going to be your counterpunch to all the action and magic happening on the top side.
We talked about that big punch towards the grub pit for Jhachi. Doesn't knock IG out of it, but you could see, just like after the round 1 bell rings, IG feel a little like they're a little dizzy on the map. They are slower. They are being read perfectly by FPX at every turn, and now that gold lead, even being only a couple hundred, despite the big lead for Jhachi, is now okay.
Oh.
All right, IYY. All right, man. Holy, we are way too deep. Come on, man. Yep, Care's on the flank. He has a hijacked Ornhorn that he could sing his own song with, and there he goes. He's going to actually cancel the Keeper's Verdict out of Wei, but he can still re-channel it as Wei is very low health. The poke from Gala is starting to hurt. The Graviton Well's going to separate Sheer away from his own jungler. He has to flash himself over the big blue wall. So it definitely costed a bit more, and FPX do end up succeeding that Mountain Drake.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a greedy play from FPX. No real reason to contest that. They really are behind in terms of tempo to be able to set up for that play. Now Care could be caught way too far forward.
Okay, he's going to have to avoid the Steadfast Presence slam into the wall. He's going to flash again with the heal. The slows from Mako. That turret's very low. The Ornhorn after this is not needed. Rookie picks up his first kill of the game, and IYY, he's desperately hoping this turret stays up, but it doesn't matter. Mako slams him back down. IG playing through their superstar mid laner have got him in position for them to go for a win, and they might go for more here with jungler down. Otacon swing, and just like that, we're back even, maybe with IG looking to push themselves ahead.
That's the entire lead for FPX, completely thrown. Jway and Jhachi are going to try to make a play happen.
Man.
A teleport coming in from Sheer.
All right, Jhachi's got a ton of damage. That Coling burning through the main tank here. The Equalizer down over top. All of IG are burning alive, and it's going to be the Otacon stolen back under the nose of IG. They teleport back in Rookie, who needs to be the superstar again, but the slows are stacking for Sheeran. It's just a heist, a jewelry heist, with the crown jewel being the Otacon for FPX.
For FPX, so is Jway. Both of them are playing great. Jway has had a phenomenal series so far, but we'll see if they're the targets here.
Man. Okay, man, what have you done? Your caster curse
have I
into Jays.
done?
Yep, Jway's down first. Coling comes across. Way gonna knock out a Crescent Guard led
huge top
IYY. And the pick on Jway does not cost anybody their lives.
Absolutely ginormous there again from IG. I caster cursed Jway into oblivion. I'm so sorry. I really didn't mean to cause this gigantic effect. I didn't mean to slayer it up in this cast here with another curse coming in. But you know, I just had to get a part of the party, I guess. For now, though, this game is completely even. There is nothing. Should be able to set up here relatively easily. Teleport coming in from the Shy.
Jhachi just has to be so careful about every step he makes as the hook does land onto Rookie, who doesn't have a flash and eats the whole Coling for breakfast, but it bites down back onto him. Knockouts come onto Jhachi, but he flashes away from Wei before the side of the shove can come across. Hook onto the Shy, mid-flash forward. The turret will take him down as Jhachi makes his grand escape. But FPX are still way more hurt, way more bruised from that fight with so many members low on health bars. Gala arcade shifting forward, desperately trying to get Jhachi cut down. But the TP comes back through for Care, and he's going to be the one to try and lead them through for this Mountain Drake.
This is such a risky proposition. Ezreal is still alive and can still make a difference. He is still at half health, but no jungler available. They're going to start this up. We'll see if IG want to contest. Looks like they can't get into the pit. Care at full health is going to be zoning them. And at the end of the day, is still a win for FPX. Beautifully played to keep Jhachi alive in that fight. You can't afford to get caught now. Gala stepping up.
Oh, he gets knocked out of his arcane shift again. Crescent Guard goes down, but Gala flashes right into Care. He hijacks a true shot barrage. He sends it the other way. Gala's knocked out of this fight, but Rookie's still safe. And look how much damage the arcane storm's doing with the true shot barrage, ringing across the whole fight. Call the Forge God does land its mark, and Dwayne takes the hook back in. The Rookie goes into the stasis for it. Jachi goes down to the Shy. Call the Shy to rescue IG, and boy has he done that and more. 3 kills picked up. IG back in the driver's seat.
Oh, and that could be everything for Invictus Gaming. Dragon spawning in 7 seconds. Baron is on the map as well. IYY immediately going to Baron to make sure that that's not going to be a problem, but the Dragon will be gone. That is a huge fight win for Invictus, and it's all because they overextend onto Gala. It's IYY, the player who stepped up in game 1, who makes the...
And the big strategy that IG brought to this draft of being able to play slow and tempo-based has gotten them back into this series, and now they're looking for the killing blow in game 2. Starting up this Baron. The wrap coming out from FPX. TP is coming across. They're going to get here before the Baron can really be finished off. But Gala is still slamming home. Way going to channel the Keeper's Verdict here. Who can he knock out? Keeper's Verdict is going to land, but he only knocks out Jway, and they knocked out Way. The jungler gone for IG before the Baron can even be taken. 5v4 on the table. Jway going to rejoin the team as well. And Way's overstep cost them their entire Baron power. IYY, though, stepping up, eating a huge chunk from Gala. Arcane shifts back to safety. His death sentence does go wide. Jachi hitting onto the mid-wave to try and get the more tempo, swinging themselves into the river, but it's just so hard for FPX to get close to either one of these ranged damage dealers.
There's no way to step up. Care continuing to look aggressive. He's got the Karma ultimate available, but Way's still down for 20 more seconds. FPX could look to start Baron themselves.
And that's exactly what they're going to do. They need to capitalize on this window, find themselves a punch back after they've been knocked down. And boy, do they knock down Baron with ease. It's going to have to be an interrupt on IYY Smite because Baron is going FPX's way, and there's nothing Invictus Gaming can do about it. Or they can try and fight their way back out. IYY certainly wants to scrap as the hook flash comes across onto the Shy. Jachi can push out all the damage to just nuke the Shy. The Shy falls, the Orange down, and Kara's running up muck on a Rookie. Abscond Duck is going to go wide, forces the flash on a Rookie. Kara goes after him, but maybe a bit too far forward. IYY going to protect him with the burn. Burns down Care. And now the Arc True Shot Barrage hits its mark. Gala has to be really careful how far he pushes forward, trying to dance around the Ezreal's rage, carefully pushing in Mystic Shot after Mystic Shot. Heal comes across. Jachi has to burn the barrier and dash back. Now it's FPX on the back foot. They have the Baron. There's no reason to overstay, but in goes IYY after Gala. Gala goes down. Now it's Way's turn to shine, but it's Jachi that gets the double kill. Another IG FPX banger.
It's as cold as ice for Jachi. The smoking FPX team ends up coming out on top in a huge exchange. They pick up the kill on Way's overextension. They pick up the Baron by rushing it down. They pick up the fight with a beautiful engage by IYY. And as the pendulum swings, it swings back in the favor of the Phoenix.
Whew. I'm going to need a replay on that entire sequence. Or he needs to find one more fight behind his squad to get this game done and dusted. And the first step, deny the Mountain Soul. But Wei is going to knock out Jway once more. IYY going to re-engage with the Crescent Guard. Care off to the side. The Equalizer doing a good job to create spaces. The Shy goes below about half HP. IG, they're kind of scrambling. They don't know if they want to chase Jway or go back towards the Dragon, but the Dragon's already gone. Picked up by FPX, and now there's no reason for them to overstay and fight. The hook can be canceled by the Shy. He goes unstoppable, but he's going to Lantern in Jachi, and now the Shy's got a flashback out. Rookie's going after Sheer, goes into the stasis, but Jachi gets onto the back line. Shy goes down first. It's a trade in 2 front lines. As the Mystic Shots are starting to land, another Dark Passage comes out. But wait, can he find the angle onto Jachi? No, he doesn't get stunned. And now Jachi's trying to fight his way back out, but he won't find squat. 4 kills to IG.
Such a big impact.
It's only 3 items on Care, but will it matter as IOI is getting poked down by Gala, whose damage is starting to get disgusting. Keeper's Verdict is going to get canceled because IOI is low enough to just go after him. The redemption heal is big, though. Care on the back line is going to force Rookie back. Hook onto the Shy. He's trying to hold the front line with his big, bad health bar. IOI flashing back over towards enemy territories. Joy's Death Sentence goes wide. IYY desperate to get health anywhere he can find it as the calling finally comes down from Jachi, forces Mako to heal, but look at this call from Care. He's going after the base. No way. It's going to be a base race.
No way.
FPX won it all. They're going after the Nexus turrets. This is the way that they can upset IG. It's way first back with the Keeper's Verdict. It's going to miss. Sheer gets out.
Jachi's
and look at Jachi. He's stalling all the backs. FPX, they're going to do it. They're going to knock down IG 2-0.